10-4-3 on the flop. Couple of clubs.
Tony G checked it, and Ellie Elezra bets 15,000. Tony G's completely whiffed. I don't really know what he's thinking here. Maybe he's thinking he can move Ellie off a hand like ace-queen or ace-king. Maybe he's going to raise here. No, he just calls. This is an unusual play. Maybe he thinks his ace-jack is good.
And on the turn is 7 of clubs.
I'm on.
And Tony G going all in here.
Well, putting a lot of pressure on Ellie, but really, is this how he would play a flush? He'd just move all in. Yeah, Ellie calls. Good call. And he's a 75% favorite here to win a $157,000 pot.
Tony G's got to have an ace or a club on the river.
Pretty big misstep. Tony G getting out of line. We'll have to see if he gets punished.
And Elezra looking all the part of the confident player, which he should be. And the river is a deuce of diamonds, and Ellie Elezra is going to take down a pot worth 157,400 Australian dollars. That's about 140,000 US dollars.
Well, Tony G not pleased there. Got a little frisky and lost over half his stack.
Patrick Antonius still with the big money. Ellie Elezra now 76,600, still in the red, but closer to the black. And look at Tony G at 80,100 in the red.
Yeah, long time. 4-1 to be the pressure.
First action here is on Tony G. And a Jack-10 suited for Tony. Raises to 4,500.
Call.
Alexander, quick call with an 8-7.
Doesn't even think about laying it down.
And the action folds around now to Ellie Elezra.
45.
He's got an ace-queen offsuit, and he will call.
Well, Ellie decides to just call. He could have re-raised there, given the kinds of hands these players have been turning over.
Antoni is folded. Now Dwan will make a call.
A real chance.
And Tran also calls. So 5 players will go to the flop. On the flop, ace, queen, jack. Couple of spades as well. Elezra has 2 pair.
And Dwan has a big flush draw and a straight draw. Tony G a pair and a straight draw.
So Dwan will be the first to act. And he cautiously bets 12,800.
Well, we'd expect this to get folded around to Elezra. Yes?
Now what will Elezra do?
Well, we know he's going to at least call, but a good chance he might raise here. No, he just calls. Probably slow playing here, just waiting to see what happens. If it comes a blank on the turn, we know he'll put a lot of pressure on Dwan.
2 to the turn and a 4 of diamonds. And Dwan again first to act.
Looks like he's going to fire again, putting Elezra maybe on a draw also.
36,200, the bet from Dwan.
Well, we would expect Ellie to move all in here. This is what he was waiting for, a nice blank on the turn. A lot of ugly cards could have come up. The 4 of diamonds certainly wasn't one of them.
94.7 more.
Yeah, he moves all in here.
Wow, a lot of pressure on the 21-year-old, Howard.
Yeah, well, this is a tough spot. He's getting a little over 2-1. It seems like he has a big draw here, but really, at most, as he's working through the numbers here and not enjoying it, he knows at most he has 12 outs here. 9 spades and 3 non-spade 10s would make his hand. So it looks like he's going to have to lay it down, particularly when you consider the fact that Ellie could have an ace-high flush draw, which would really put him in bad shape.
Probably not. I fold.
Yeah, he has to lay it down. Well played by Elezra. He waited for that blank on the turn, and then he closed the door on Dwan with a big raise.
So Elezra wins another big pot, and he can't help himself. He takes a peek at what the river card would have been had Dwan called.
What was the river?
Deuce a spade or 8 a spade? I don't know if he burned or not. If he didn't burn, then 8 a spade can.
Well, Tom Dwan is just going to have to live with the fact that he would have hit the flush and won the pot. More to come. Welcome back to Australia's beautiful Crown Melbourne on the banks of the Yarra River. The Crown Melbourne offers some of Australia's finest and most cosmopolitan dining choices. Some of the country's best chefs and tastiest food can be found right here, including the newest addition, Nobu, which offers some of the finest Japanese cuisine served throughout the world.
Well, Barry, I can honestly say I've never had a bad meal at the Crown. They really do have a nice selection of restaurants.
As play continues, action folds around to Tony G. And he's going to throw it away. Robert Alexander now. Queen Deuce offsuit, he's going to raise it to 3,600.
I certainly can't resist a hand like Queen Deuce.
Hanson's got a pair.
I'm not good. I'm just catching cards.
Gus in position. I'd expect him to put some pressure on. He loves to raise it up before. No, he just calls. 3,600.
Adams folds. Now Alezra with a 9-deuce suited. He calls.
I love it. Three-way action.
Wow, small pair and two raggedy hands go to the flop. It's kind of like a 5-10 cent game just broke out here.
And here is the flop. King 8 tray and 2 diamonds.
Ellie checks. Robert checks. This is one of those flops where whoever wants it more is going to win this pot.
Can I take 5?
Mm-hmm. You're more than welcome to take anything I got. You can have it all.
I wish, but...
And I mean all.
Yeah, well, Gus was getting change there, and he does bet.
7,200.
No fun. That was too easy.
And everyone folds. This is one of those spots where
That was
I think
too
if
easy for you.
Alexander had continued his very aggressive play, he might have picked this one up.
Well, we know that Gus is a champion at the poker table, but we'd heard he's not so bad on the tennis court either. So we thought we'd test his competitive nature.
Hey, I'm Gus Hansen, winner of the 2007 Aussie Millions.
I'm Justin Gimelstob, 2-time mixed doubles Grand Slam champion.
We all know Gus is an idiot, so I'm here to give him a little bit of support and try and take some of his money at the same time.
I'm not going to go sit down at a poker table for 8 hours and pretend I know what I'm doing.
I was a decent player. I played a lot when I was a kid.
I would advise professional poker players not to go sitting on a tennis court and thinking they know what they're doing. So we're going to do a bet here. I'm going to hit 10 serves.
10 serves.
And let's try and think of an over-under on the amount that he gets back in the court. I would say 3 should be a push, 4 you win, 2 you win.
3's a push, 4 you win, 10,000.
10,000.
10,000. That's one. I'm in deep.
That's 4 out of 5.
Are you splitting with this guy? I'm calling for shenanigans here.
Yeah, how about I'll give you 5. If you return 1, we'll give you your 10,000 back.
Be a damn
It's your
rat.
money.
At least give me a try at it. Did he ever get past a serve like that? More like that?
Oh, that's an ace.
Well played. I mean, you tried really hard.
Michael,
That was good.
thanks. You can make that check payable to Justin Jeremy Gimelstob.
Well, I just hope the censors are going to allow that clip of Matiso playing tennis to stay in the show.
Well, this guy right here, his tablemate Patrick Antonius, was a ranked junior tennis player back in the day, and I like Gus Hansen's stroke too. Very good.
Well, actually, Patrick and Gus have a long-standing tennis bet that might get settled later this year.
Action now.